Hi, good morning. I just wanted to go into some recent news. I'm kind of low key shocked that this incident didn't happen in Baltimore, but I'm just shocked at the state of everything. I'm sorry if you hear a little bit of Miss Rachel in the background. My granddaughter is resting, and I've been trying to do this for a couple of hours now without any kind of success. I'm going to show a couple of videos. I have been the victim of a CCTV video. And what I mean by that is the people will show the CCTV video and make a lot of comments. And my video in particular, a company that claims to know all about EMS safety and self defense, commented on the video without ever talking to either one of us about what may have been missing in the video, no sound in the video, but they had lots of comments. And so we're going to show part of that first. I'm going to cut it off where they show the child. This is the incident that happened recently in Chicago, where a young boy shot someone, and that person succumbed to the injuries. Let's get started on this, and then we'll talk about what happened on the internet and so forth. So this video is from Chicago police. It is derived from apparently the CCTV video from the location. There's no sound, so I don't feel bad kind of talking over it. Again, they put in comments about their suspects. I guess suspects in the shooting. It's heavily edited. So this lady apparently is the mother. And I'm going to pause it right about here because here I think everybody has seen this video by now, but he comes, and we'll see part of it in a minute too with another view. He comes into view, and when he sees something, he pulls a gun out of, he pulled a weapon out of his hoodie, and the and fires the weapon, and the person, again, we know now, succumbed to the injuries. So after this, when he comes into view, they put a little tag that says suspect number 2. They show very little else. I'm not going to go through that because I don't want to risk showing the face isn't blocked out. And I am not yet savvy enough to edit that. So I'm going to go over to this video, which is from CBS Chicago, Channel 2 local news, apparently, in Chicago. This is a couple of days later. Several news reports have come out that, stating that certain things were said, certain things were done on the mother's part. But here's a little bit more updated information. This is from yesterday, apparently, which was the 27th.
Walked out of jail a little more than an hour ago, hugging her family in relief. And that is where we find CBS 2's Charlie DeMar. He is live with more on today's emotional court proceedings. Charlie?
And Jim and Marie, we were in court as those charges were dropped. Those charges were dropped after the Cook County State's Attorney's Office said they simply could not meet the burden of proof in both of these cases. As you mentioned, Carlisha Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail, and we're told her 14-year-old son was released earlier today from a juvenile detention facility. Carlisha Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail and shared this emotional hug with family. The reunion comes hours after murder charges against Hood and her 14-year-old son were dropped.
If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
The charges stem from the fatal shooting of Jeremy Brown inside the Maxwell Street Express in the West Pullman neighborhood. Video posted to social media shows Hood arguing with Brown inside the restaurant. Prosecutors say that's Brown in the white shirt. Hood then began texting her 14-year-old son, who was waiting outside in the car. Surveillance video shows the teen enter the restaurant and witness Brown hit his mom at least 3 times in the head and face. Prosecutors say that's when the 14-year-old pulled out a gun and shot Brown in the back. Both Hood and her son initially faced murder charges, and she was being held on $3 million bond. Today, those charges were dropped by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
You have the right to use deadly force to stop that force against another person. And that's exactly what happened in this case. And that's exactly why the state's attorney's office dropped this case today.
Now, Hood declined to comment shortly after she was released from jail, but her family and her attorney tell me they are relieved that she is home this afternoon, that she will be with family, and they also tell me that they feel that justice has finally been served. We are live from the Cook County Jail. I'm Charlie DeMar, CBS 2 News.
Okay, so bottom line is, well, there's a lot of bottom lines here. I think number one, we really cannot. Let me stop, please. Okay, we really cannot um, fully understand what happened on the CCTV. I see a few things. Number one, there's an argument. There is a heated argument, and the gentleman seems to be so heated. And I don't know if she was heated. I certainly don't hear her, and I do hear him, but there's a heated exchange. She sends text that's probably verified in some way to her son, who's a child, and brings a weapon of that magnitude. Why do we think we need to be armed? There was an incident recently in Baltimore where a young man was shot by the police, and the body cam footage clearly shows a weapon in the boy's hand. He's a boy. The weapon was not legally obtained or registered, or in no way is there a permit to carry. And all of these laws are very controversial with the Second Amendment. But again, he was under 18. And, she said, but he was in Baltimore. He has to have a weapon. Really? That's kind of sad, you know, kind of sad. It's kind of sad that got shot for it, but the parenting involved here is well, at least there. I don't know about here. This child appears to have been defending his mom against someone who